Finally, Microsoft's Elite Series 2 Xbox gaming controller has arrived, costing nearly $200 after taxes. I was able to get mine for free through Microsoft Rewards. I banked a whole bunch of gift cards, and I was able to pre-order one of these right as they announced it at E3. Oh, but you guys just want to see me unbox this, don't you? So let's get on with it. A pretty decent little package here. It arrived like next day air for FedEx for free. I was quite surprised. It was in Ontario and it got into Kansas overnight. Yeah, taped on both ends, and you slide this out, and you'll see that inside you have your carrying case with the controller nestled snugly in there. This is a weighty, beefy piece of kit here for the serious gamer, the gamer who says that mouse and keyboard is not a real skill. Fully rubberized throughout, the textured grip on the side. One would question the longevity of that. I know that the previous Elite, a lot of people complain of it coming unglued, maybe hands getting sweaty or too much heat would cause that to expand. There's a lot of promise of durability here, and so we're going to have to update on this as the time comes. Triggers at the top have the textured grip. I also noticed that the vibration's a little different. They call that impulse vibration, I think. You can feel vibrating in the triggers now, and much more so than previous controllers I've had. Over here you have a litany of different analog sticks you can kind of plug in. These are magnetic. They pop right off. Very easy to hot swap these. I would complain though that there aren't enough. There should be a matching pair for each, not just one long one or one with a particular nub. Give us a few more choices. There's also a tool for tightening the tension or loosening it on those analog sticks. I didn't play around with this a whole lot, but I would suggest that you give it a shot at least once. Everything feels quite premium with this, and the carrying case, I appreciate the inclusion of it. They give you a case on the previous Elite, but this one doubles as a charging dock. Now supporting USB-C connection, the Xbox One Elite Series 2 controller can be placed inside the charging case for a quick charge. If that light's blinking, it's charging up. And when solid, it promises 40 hours of gaming, which in my tests seems accurate. This is the first Elite controller to support Bluetooth technology, so it has a little more compatibility if you're looking to play on PC, which I'm not, frankly, and so I'm not really going to be able to test that out. On first connecting to your Xbox, you're going to be asked to update the firmware in the controller. This could take a minute or two. Honestly, I kind of think that the update was just to give you a tour of the controller, showing off various features on screen, because it didn't come packed with an instruction manual. You should also go into your devices and check different functionalities out. You have 3 profiles with which you can change all kinds of buttons. You can even use them as like a shift key to make special requests, like say take a screenshot or record a clip, maybe open a specific app. I would say that the default profile is not terribly intuitive. See on the back of the controller there are 4 paddles. Are they magnesium or aluminum? It doesn't much matter. They feel good, but they are programmed to represent different buttons on the face of the controller or whatever you want them to be. By default, they're X, Y, A, B, and I don't think they're all that intuitive because having A over the left analog stick, kind of behind there, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I play Overwatch a lot, and so having jump moved over there just doesn't seem right to me. That means for me, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve with this controller, and that's likely going to be the case for everybody who picks one up that isn't used to the Elite. But hey, you've had 4 years to get a custom. Are you going to get in now? As further customization goes, you can adjust the Xbox LED light brightness, or can't you? Because no matter what I did with this, mine just looks dim. Not that I'm complaining too much about it. I don't want to send this back and then send me a complete lemon. I'm okay with a dim guide button. But back to gaming, everything seems sharp. I played this wirelessly. I didn't experience any latency issues, though I did play like ass for a while. It took me several games to get into the swing of things with him. Wrecking ball. Okay, he swings, pun, whatever. And yeah, it wasn't looking too good for my team, but eventually I got a hang of it, and I think you guys will be able to adapt as well. Is the Xbox One Elite Series 2 controller worth nearly $200? That remains to be seen. It depends on how serious serious you take your gaming. I'm curious if the reliability of this measures up. Is the left-right bumper going to fall off? That A button sure seems to feel like it takes a little bit more to press than the rest of the face buttons. Speaking of which, all of them seem to press a little bit differently than before. Maybe it's a little bit more like clicking on a mouse slightly, but it's not clicky. The swappable D-pad sure feels like an upgrade. I might actually be able to play fighting games on Xbox One now. As a score I can only give on my initial impressions and first use here, I will think about updating this in the long term. Should anything fail, I will let you know. Until then, I give the Xbox One Elite Series 2 controller a 9.5 out of 10. So we're at the part of the video where I have to beg you to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, because subscribe doesn't really account to anything other than YouTube might someday send me a plaque.